So we're gonna do the doors now, and geez, that was loud. We're gonna do the doors. You're gonna see this one, and actually change it to this on both sides. Oops, not the text. And then you're gonna get another compressor with the same one. And place them like this, and you have to make sure you did this like this earlier, or else the door is not gonna work. So you'll place, what is that, 5 of them just like this. And then another 2 right here, and 2 right here. And then you can do it on the other side as well. So after you're done, it should look like this on both sides. And you can paint it yellow. Perfect. Okay. And when you save after that, should be at 11:05 or something similar. If you're like 2 blocks off, it's fine as long as the truck still works. Don't worry about it. Next, you're gonna grab a motor and give it this speed 3, torque 5, power and lock are both on, everything else is off. Left bracket will be opening it and right bracket will close it. And you can put it there and painting the top of it like that. And you can put one over here as well, but change it to quote and semicolon. Same thing right there. And paint the yellow. And then you will grab half block and place 3 of them like facing away from this motor, so there's a gap here. And paint it yellow as well on both sides. The compressor block again, and place it facing up like that right on top of the motor. Then one facing, it has to be facing in that way and not this way or else it won't work. And on the other side you place one facing that way. It doesn't really matter which way. Then on the bottom one, you're going to change it to 0 with transparent and power. Same for this one. But this one is going to be a 0.5. So see this. And then you're going to paint this one like this color. And this one yellow. And you can do that on the other side as well. Facing up, facing in, and facing out. These 2 right here are 0. And this one's going to be negative 0.5. Just like that one. Yellow there. And color trail with this settings here. And you place it on this one, not this one. And you place 2 of them. And then a third one like that. And those are going to be, all 3 of them are going to be black. Just like that. And then you're going to find, I don't remember where it is anymore, this half wedge down and get the 1 by 1 and place it like that so it's not attaching to this one. So you don't want that. And then you put a half block behind it and a quarter wedge right behind it there. Those are yellow. So you should have that shape, which we can now copy to the other side. 3 trails. That setting. Make them black. And then the half wedge down, the smaller one, right here, facing this way, with a half block behind it, and a quarter wedge, and paint it yellow. And then when you can save, you should have around that many blocks. And hopefully the beginning of our door should be working. So if you press left bracket, it'll lift up. That's normal. And then the door should be working. I mean, if you can call it a door yet. So left bracket opens, right bracket closes, and then semicolon opens and quote closes. Finish off the door, the outside of the door, so you can grab a quarter wedge and place two of them like that, and two of them over here as well. Then a half block as well. I place two, and then half wedge down, get the small one, two of them, and two of them. Sorry, don't place another one. Then you can make those ones yellow. Next, you get this half corner wedge down and place it so it's smooth along the side and it curves around this way. And then you place another one behind it like that so that there's this really weird flat spot. You can do the same thing on this side, just like that. And then you can grab the quarter triangle wedge and place it there so there's this little like hole in here. And same for this side. And then you can actually place a quarter wedge on the bottom too, on both of them. So from the other side it should look like this, and from the inside it should look like this. Then you can get another half corner wedge down, and you're going to place it on this yellow one right here. Again, so it's nice and smooth here and it wraps around this way. And you can place it on both of them. And a half wedge down, the small one in between to finish it off. And you can paint all these bottom ones yellow. This top one yellow. Then you can press C or this arrow and it, it glitches. You can get glass and make this the window on the door right here. But not that. I didn't mean to do that. Now I have to fix it. And then you can make the windows black as well. And you can spawn it in and try it. So when you first spawn in, there's going to be a gap on the top, but when you press the button, it's going to go up. And so hopefully your doors should work just like this. The outside of the doors is now complete. The interior of the door. First, we're going to need some more compressed blocks, so grab it and set it to negative 0.499 with this settings here. And place it on the other side of this one. And then do it on this side as well. And then set it to 0 and place it on top of this one facing back. And the same one right there. And paint it the same 111 as that one. One last compressed block with negative 0.001 and these settings here. You'll place it on this one right here facing down. Paint it and do the same one over here. The next step is very straightforward. We're just going to copy this door, but without the glass. So you can go ahead and grab half wedge down and get the smaller one. And start by placing it right there and right there. And the same thing for this side. Perfect. Then get this half corner wedge down and place it here. And you can paint them as well if you want, or you can wait until it's done. And paint them all. Then you can get a half block and place it here, here. Get the quarter triangle wedge and place two of them just like this. Like we're literally just copying the other door. That's why hopefully I'm not going too fast, but I'm trying to go a little bit faster. But also haven't played for a while, so I'm kind of slow. And then there's just one thing that we're going to do different, And we're gonna get half plate and place 2 of them right there. And then we're gonna get 2 of them right there. So you should have the inside is gray, but the outside is yellow. Now, when they don't close all the way, that's just the side effect from that. First, we can delete this now that the bug is gone, and also because it's going to be in the wrong spot. We don't want this. Next, we're going to place a bunch of empty signs. So get text and go to text 1 by 1. Place 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. Same thing on this side. And then 1 here, but it needs to face, so the top of the letters is going this way and the bottom is that way. Same one over here. And then right here, we want this one to be upside down. Upside down. Then press C until you get 1 by 3 and place it so the bottom of the text is on the outside here. And one last thing, we actually need to do a trail and place 2 more right there with the same settings. And also colored black. These are all going to be in the description, but you're going to put this one in here and this one right here. And actually there was a mistake. This one needs to be upside down. And also don't forget to make this one upside down too. And then it can work. And you need to paint these bottom all black. Bottom one on this side here. And then you can put it, and the middle one, paint them black. Top, middle on both sides. Can paint them black. Next is this one. Nice one, plain crazy. Next is this one, and we're finally almost done. This one. Last but not least, this last one. And I don't know why I said it was last twice. Anyways, you can spawn in and the doors are finally fully done. Just press them a little bit. Next, you're going to get a plate and place 3 of them. And then another 3 of them. So 6 on each side. And paint them this color. Block, but change it to a beam 1 by 4. And place 3 of them like that. And change to a regular block and place 6 more right there. And paint them this color. And also paint them to fabric. Full half wedge and place it like this. And then place it like that. Keep note of which side the flat way is facing. Then you can grab a block, change it to a, sorry for all that, change it to a 1 by 4 and place it here. And then just fill the rest in with blocks, just like that. And paint it yellow. Block and place 2 of them, only 2. And then get a wedge and face it this way. And place the rest of the middle there. And it can be painted just the same as the rest of it here. And now when you spawn it in, you should make sure your truck is still flat, because if you messed it up, your truck will be at an angle. And we are ready to start finishing our sleeper and the roof and everything. We're going to build the bed back here, so go ahead and grab a plate. And before you place it, choose the wood, because I like to make sure that the wood grain is going like side to side and not up and down for this. So make sure you place it like that. Then grab block and again switch it but to fabric, because I want the fabric of the bed to go this way, I think. Yeah. And then I want to switch it to sand and make sure the sand's going that way. Then we can grab a quarter wedge and make it sand and place it. Then get 00255 for this right here. And then grab a plate and also make it to fabric. Paint it. So now we have this bed. We're gonna paint the wood full block and get the wood here. Make sure the top of it, the grain is going side to side, and the front is up and down. And then grab a plate with the wood and make sure the grain is going side to side. Then grab this color and paint this whole thing and paint the bed. Next we're going to make the TV, so grab a half block and place it right here. Then a quarter wedge and place it, two of them right there. Paint it black, don't mind that thing. And then go to the light bulb, grab text, make it a text 1x3, and this will be in the description for the little airplane show on the TV. The text, we get the 1x1, place it right side up on the wall right here, and this will also be in the description if you can't find this. Next you're going to grab a plate, this one, make it wood and make sure the grain is going up when you place it, and put 3 of them right here and paint it the same as this wall. Then grab a full half wedge and make it wood. Place them across the top here all the way and paint them. And if we spawn it in here, we should see that our truck has no weird angles or anything. And our sleeper area is coming together nicely. When you save, you'll have 1,279 blocks. Next, we're going to put some lights because it will get pretty dark in here when you spawn it. So we'll go to... Next, we'll place some lights since it gets really dark in here when you spawn it. So we're going to grab a wing light and place 2 of them right here. Both with the same B, range 8, brightness 4, flicker 0, everything is turned on. And then we're going to paint them 161, 165, 162. Just like that. A full half wedge. And place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to grab block, change it to a beam 1x4, place 3 of them on the outside here, and then 2 blocks right here, but not right there. And this can be painted all yellow. Now when you spawn it in, you'll see we're getting much closer to finishing. Next, you can place a 1x4 here and here, and then 2 1x4s just like that, and 2 blocks right there. Half block and place 2 right here, 1 right here, and 1 right here. Then we can find out where is that one, I don't remember. Oh, this half wedge too, and place it just like that. And then grab a block and place 3 of them right here. Next, we're gonna finish up this back window, so we're gonna grab a compress block with this settings here. Starting with this hole here, place 2, and we're actually gonna delete this and place so 4 like that, and then come over to here, place another 2, 1 more up there. So this is how it should look. And then we're just gonna place this half block here And next we're going to place 2 half blocks here and a cylinder right between there. And then the next thing we're going to do is grab a half block right in line with this one, but on the other side. And then a block, 2 of them actually, and a half block. So you should be looking just like this. And then 2 half blocks on the bottom, and a quarter wedge on the corners there. So your whole setup should look like this. We're going to paint all the compressors to be yellow. Then we're going to paint these ones to be glass, and then paint them black as well. Next, we're going to place 2 half blocks right there. And then a regular wedge. You will place 2 off of this part and delete them so that there's just one right here lined up with this gap here. Then we're going to go to light bulb text with this text 1x2. Put 1 there and 1 there, so it's like this. Then go all the way and get this 3x3 and place it there. Paint these 2 wedges yellow. And now when you save, you should have 1354. And if you spawn in, your back window should be complete. Okay, so for some reason, this is actually not working. It works on the old truck, but on the new, it's not a welding point here. So we're gonna delete that one. Grab a 1x2 and connect this one here. I'm just improvising a little. So it's like connected there, and we'll just do the same thing for this one. So it's like that. Not sure why the welding point maybe changed, but didn't get updated on the old save slot. But now it should be working. Press block with the settings, and place 2 of them out from there. And same thing over here, and make it yellow. Then you'll change it to positive 0.5 and place it facing backwards like that. And paint it yellow. Then change it to 0. And face it up. And paint it yellow. Next, you grab an angle lock and make it 18. And those settings there. And make sure it's actually facing down. So this yellow kind of line should bend downwards, not up. And then you can paint it all yellow. Then you could place, sorry, I still don't know where everything is, a half cylinder here. And a quarter wedge right there. And get metal, turn them all to metal here. And it's gonna look like this. And later there's gonna be something here, so it looks like it's holding on. Right, next we're gonna add some lights. You can make them work if they want to, but I just have them on this setting. You place them so they're upwards like that. Place 2, skip 1 block and place 2 more. Same for this side. Paint the bottom of them this color. Actual light part will be this orange. Then now facing them sideways, we'll place 4 of them like this. Again, with the light part being orange and the bottom part being gray. And right here, we'll place another one facing up. Up. And make sure these are all on keypad minus. Unless you want some of them to work. And then place 2 more right here. This one we just placed here, both parts are going to be this gray. And then we'll do this one just like the rest, with the gray and the orange mix. Then we'll go to materials and make this one metal. Now we're going to come down here and get a half block and change it to a beam and place it here. And then we can paint it yellow. Then we can get block, place a beam, and then 2 blocks there. Yellow. Now we can get half triangle wedge and place it on each of these half wedges. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then grab the half wedge down and change it to the 1x1. And just connect all those corner pieces we just placed. Then you can paint them all yellow. Grab a half block, change it to the beam, and place 3. Then place 6 regular half blocks here. Next, we're going to place 1 half block right here. And then a quarter wedge on the side of it and paint them yellow. Compress block, and change it to the settings. And then start it right here on top of this half block. Place 4 of them just like that. Then a 5th one, but go ahead and change the 5th one to negative 0.1. And do that on both sides as well. Then you go to the light bulb, grab a text 1x2, and just place them here to connect them. And you compress it again, and change it to positive 0.001 with the settings, and place it right there on both of them. Then in this menu, not changing that one, change it to 0, place 1 temporary one in the middle, and 1 facing up right there. Temporary in the middle, and then that one right there. You can paint all of these yellow. Then go to the light bulb, text, and go until you get the text 2x2, and place it right there. So it's connecting this one to this one. A half wedge, full half wedge, and place it right on the bottom of it right there, just like this one, on both sides. Then get a half block and place 3 of them just like this right here. 1, 2, 3. And then on the bottom, another full half wedge. It'll be right on top of the exhaust on one side, but not the other side. So don't worry about that. It is supposed to be that way. Next, you're gonna go to the materials tool, get the wood, and just put it along here. Grab the color from down here, and paint it on here. Now when you save, you're going to have 1448. And when you spawn in, it's going to be some wood in here. Just right here, you see. So it's not yellow. But on the outside, it is still yellow. Compress block with these settings. and place it right on this quarter wedge, and then a second one. Then over on the top, you're going to place 2 more, and on the bottom, 2 more as well. Just like that. And change it to 0, and then place 2 of them right there. And you can paint them all yellow. Half block, place it right on the bottom of this right here. And place 1, 2, 3, so that's 4 in total. Then place 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1 here and 1 here. Paint them all yellow. Next, we're going to grab this wing light again with these buttons. Place 3 right there and 2 right there. Then we're going to go to the light bulb and grab this horn and place 2 right there. I'm going to change it to 99, 99, 99 and paint the back piece. Next, you're going to come down here to what we did before and grab the color of this one. And color both parts of these 2 lights. And also color the front of the horn. Then grab the metal and paint these ones metal. And then we're going to just copy these orange ones here, so we're going to get this gray. And paint these ones gray on the bottom. And orange on the top. Just like that. Compress block with this settings here. And just place 1 right here, and then continue up to have 4 in total. Then place a temporary 1 right here, 2 on the side, and delete this. These ones should be on the same as all these ones. Next, you can grab a half block and put it in there. And paint this all of it yellow. Then you can get the horn and place 2 more and copy the colors. Just like that. Now when you save, you should have 1487. This block shouldn't be connected to here because that's going to break it. So you should get, a half wedge up and place it right here. Just like that. So if you spawn right now, your roof's not going to be attached, it's going to fall off, but that's normal. Compress block, copy the setting of this one, and put it on here. Then on the right side right here, you're going to place 2, and then 2 on the inside here, going back around like a spiral. And then 1 back here, and then just continue this down all the way like that. This should be what you have. You can paint it all yellow. Now we're going to place 2 half blocks on each side of this compressor and make them yellow. Then place quarter wedges in front of all of this and also make them yellow. Next, we're going to use motor lock. I don't know why, but my other one has it, so I'm just going to do it just in case. We're going to place 1 here, motor on lock, and 1 here. And then we're going to place a half wedge down 1 by 1, facing this way, with 2 half blocks behind it. Another half wedge down 1 by 1, coming off the side. And then 1 more motor with only lock on, facing out the side. Like that. Angle lock on these settings. And making sure that the yellow line is bending towards the front of the truck on both sides. Just like that, and paint it all yellow. Next, we're going to get a trail with these settings and place 2 of them off the angle lock there and paint them this color. Then grab a regular block and place 2 right there, 2 right there, and make them yellow. Next, down in here, we're going to grab a half block and switch it to the beam and place them underneath all these quarter wedges, just like this. And then paint them all yellow. And then we're going to grab a full half wedge and place it like that. And then 2 half blocks just right there on each side. And when you save, you're going to have 1540 blocks. Next, we're just going to add the text so that the roof doesn't fall off. Right there, 1x3. And I just forgot to set some settings on these because I forgot to save them, and the roof is finished. And if you press these, your doors will fix. So now you don't have any more gaps in your truck here. It's actually safe inside now. We're going to go to the lights, get a wing light, and place it the long way forwards like that. With these settings, unless you want to make them work. And then we're just going to copy these ones again with the orange on the top and then the gray on the bottom. Back up here to these row of 3. Get a compress block with this setting on it. Place 1 facing out like that. And then 4 more. And 1 more right there. Then you can get a cylinder and paint it yellow. Yellow. Then you're going to place 1 more right here with this setting on it, negative 0.38. Then another one facing down behind it with the same as this one. And they can both be yellow. Next, we're going to place a fabric block. And the reason I'm placing it like with it already selected is because I want to make sure it's going this way, so it's the same as all the other ones too. Just so it's not too messy. And then you're going to get a half block that's also fabric. And put the lines going the same way. So they're going that way. Place 4 of them on this side, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1 right there. Plate with the regular wood material. And make sure it's facing so the wood grain is going up and down. And place 4 on each side. Connect it at the bottom, and then add 1 more row right here. Then grab a half plate, change it to wood, and place 2 on each side. So there's 2 in the middle and then a half on each side. Then you can just grab the same color as this wood and color it all in. Default half plate and place it right here. And that one's just going to be yellow. It just fills up a little gap. Then you're going to go back to wood and place 2 right here and then 2 more right there with the same color as well. When you save, you should have this amount of blocks. Next, you're going to get a compress block and just grab the settings from any other one here and make it just like that. Place 2 of them coming out from right under this fabric half block. Then go to the light bulb text and find the 2x2 and place it so it connects this compressed block with this half plate. Then go back down to the 1x2 and place 2 right there and 1 in between. That connects the 2 half plates to each other. You should be left with something looking like this, where there's just this wedge part missing now. Next, we're gonna get a quarter wedge right here and place it 1 right here and 1 right here, just 1 block away from these half plates. Then get a compressed block and set it to positive 0.499 and place it on both sides like that. Then switch it to negative 0.499 and place one on the top just like that. Then copy any setting from another one and place 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then switch it to negative 0.1 or 0.1 and place it right there. So you should have your settings like this. Now you can paint these wood and brown here. And when you spawn it in, that little gap where the wedge was should be gone now. Now it's wood. The only thing that's left to do now is the walls on the side and the little ceiling on top. Next, we're going to get a compressed block with this setting on it. And just place 2 of them coming from this plate here on both sides as well. Then you're going to go to the block section and get a plate and change it to wood. And make sure the wood grain is going up and down. Place 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then you can fill it in. And don't make mistakes like me. You'd think I'd be better at this by now. You can paint them the same as any of these woods around it. Next, grab a half block with fabric on it, and make sure the fabric lines are going the same ways as the ones you placed before. Place 1 right here, but skip this one, or else it's going to attach to here. And then you can just place it all the way across. 2 right here. 2 right here. And then 1 in each corner, like this. Then get a half wedge down, go to the smaller 1x1, make it fabric, and place it in the remaining gaps towards the compressed blocks, just like this, so it doesn't attach to them. Now we're almost complete, and you'll see that when we spawn in, it's going to be almost fully covered in here. Except for the roof, because I was too lazy to do the roof. So in here, you'll see that can be fixed by just replacing the motor locks earlier with compression blocks if you want to. And the only thing we have left is this little spot right here. Oh, in order to fix that little gap I talked about a second ago, we're going to grab a compressed block with 0 and these settings. Find the second plate down and place 2 of them on both sides. You'll see that it's perfectly in between here, so it's not attached to anything. Then we're going to grab a half plate and make it wood. Now, we're going to start on this side right here. And we're going to place 1 on this side of the compressor so it's not touching this. Then 1 up and 3 down. So when you look at it from this side, it matches height with this, but it's one block lower on this one. Paint it and do the same thing for the other side. Sorry, I'm just struggling. Now when you save, you should have 1,671 blocks. If you're 2 or 3 off, it's fine so long as the truck still works and looks fine. Trust me, I used to follow tutorials and I still honestly, not even gonna lie to you, follow them all the time, and I always have a slightly different block count in the end, and it always works out. So if we open up the doors, we can see this little gap is filled up. And if you want, I'm going to show you how to get rid of this right now. So you're just going to grab a compress block with these settings, then come back down to here, delete this motor lock, and replace it with the compressor instead. And then paint it yellow again. Save it so you don't lose that. And when you spawn in, it's now gone. Now we're gonna make the mirrors, because being totally honest, I forgot to make them, and I'm now recording this like a week later after I already thought I was finished editing, but I realized there's no mirrors, so first you're gonna get a quarter wedge and place it on either side of the front of the roof right here, and make them yellow. Then you're gonna get a trail, change the settings to this, and place one trail right on the edge of the quarter wedge on both sides. Then grab another quarter wedge and place 2 of them on the bottom of the trail like this, so the flat part is right here. Should be right under the trail on both sides. Then get a trail again, same settings. Place it on the bottom, but place 2 of them. Just like that. Then we're going to place some more trails on the same setting. We're going to place right on the edge of this one, facing up, 1, 2, 3. And on the other side too, 1, 2, 3. Then grab this color, 161, 165, 162. And paint these 3 trails. And these 2 quarter wedges. Then change your color to 77 in all 3 spots. And paint these 3. Alright, and now for the last couple of blocks, we're going to get a half cylinder and place it right on the edge of this trail on both sides. Then grab a text and get the 2x2. And make sure you place the text so that it's like the right way up. So it says configured to edit the right way up. And then for this text, you're going to put the slash will be right above the enter key. And then size 100. And then this slash will be right next to the right shift key. So it looks like it's connecting them. And you'll paint them 122, 122, 122. And then don't forget to paint the cylinder as well. And then we're going to grab a wing light. Place it facing up like that. On both sides on the top quarter wedge. Then we can come over here and just grab the orange. And paint the bulb and the bracket kind of piece, whatever, as orange on both of them, and then also don't forget to turn them off unless you want them on a button. When you save, you'll have 1,695 blocks, And when you spawn in, your truck will now finally be complete. Mirrors so you can see behind you. Now the truck is fully complete. I decided that I'll do the trailer in a different part because it's already taken way too long to get just the truck out because I've been really busy and had lots going on. And I also wanted to thank you guys for over 300 subscribers. I know I don't say anything about it enough, but I really appreciate all your guys' support, all the comments and feedback on everything. And I really appreciate all of the subscribers that I have. You guys are all awesome.